Shall we do as that personage suggested, and make for the Rock Mouse's burrow? Pray, allow me to show you the way. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Those statues fetch the fine sum they...
Have you a different destination in mind, Master?
What do you think? One day, I'm going to have
Look as long as you please.
Dear, that's the wrong one.
Ah, apologies. Thank you, my darling. Fie. My vision's growing worse by the day, I fear. Methinks it began when I started reading an old grimoire I found whilst tidying the storeroom. 'Tis entitled, On the Transference of Souls. A curious tome, this. It claims to grant the reader the power to summon things from beyond the rift. I thought I might use it to stock my shelves with otherworldly wares. Perhaps you will think me simple, but truly all I want is a better life for my wife and daughter. Yet 'tis most vexing, for the moment I start reading the tome, 'tis as if a fog descends over my eyes. But mayhap there is hope for me yet, if I can get my hands on a quince. They're said to reduce fatigue of the eyes. Would you be kind enough to procure one for me? I must keep reading that grimoire.
I've heard quinces are native to Batal. Shall we see if we can't find some?
Tis good you lessen the load you carry. A lighter step can make all the difference in battle.
How might I be of service? The roads grow perilous, and the prices of goods soar. Is there... no end to our misfortunes?
Always a pleasure.
The roads grow perilous, and the prices of goods soar. Is there no end to our misfortunes?
Always a pleasure. Fancy a look at my wares?
What do you think you're doing here?
I've heard a blacksmith of singular skill resides in Batal. Perhaps he could restore the Regalia sword. I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
We've arrived, just as planned. Oh, what does this say?
Shall we take a closer look?
If 'tis a blacksmith you need, I can't help you. I'm retired, see? Oh ho! 'Tis a Regalia sword you want restored, is it? That's a first. All right, give us a look then. Now here's a masterwork of craftsmanship if I e'er saw one. Not to blow my own horn, but I wager I'm the only blacksmith who could set this ailing steel to rights. But, as I've said, I've lain down my tools, and before you start begging, know that I don't intend to pick 'em back up. Well, why are you still standing there? Leave an old man in peace.
That went rather poorly, I fear. What are we to do now?
Still here, my smithing days are done. Still here, my smithing days are done. Still, my smithing days are...
Beg pardon, sir, but I couldn't help overhearing your conversation with Brocker. You'll have to forgive him. He's been in a foul mood ever since we got cut off from the fuel for our forge. Though, he's always been a bit crotchety, come to think of it.
Enough cheek, you wool-brained wastrel. Now, I'm off to the tavern. Can I count on you to mind things here while I'm gone?
Of course you can. You go enjoy yourself. Psst. Hang about, eh? When he's gone, you and I can talk. Ne'er mind, old. 'Twas special made to use glimmer coal, mined from a nearby cavern. Till the monsters settled in, that is. Neither of us can go anywhere near the place now. Listen, Brocker's too proud to ask for help, but I'm not. Would you be willing to go out to the cavern and mine us up some glimmer coal? I'll take as much as you can carry. Should you succeed, I reckon he'll change his mind about restoring that blade of yours. Now, true to its name, glimmer coal emits a pale light. So you'll want to cast your eyes about for any glowing spots when you get to the cavern. Oh, suppose you'll be needing the name of the place. Digger's Ruins 'tis called. I'll count on you to bring lots of the stuff back.
If we can procure some glimmer coal from Digger's Ruins, Sir Brocker ought to have a change of heart about the Regalia sword. My talents lie in combining materials, and I'll use those in my possession to craft...
Over here, if you would.
By... large, the people of Bagbatal seem to adore their benevolent empress. Methinks it comes of their mutual devotion. Her Majesty offers up a prayer alongside her people every single day. Vermon's people bear no such love for their Queen Regent, though of course they have their reasons.
Just tell me what you need, and I'll... See it done. Come again when you've more coin to...
What business have you here?
Me? Now, this hardly bears saying, but don't you dare try to take... anything without paying. Always a pleasure.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful. The Arisen is ever prudent. In the application of coin.
Have a look. Hoy! Looking to... No need to overthink it. You can change it on a whim. You've naught to lose, and you might even make a new discovery. Pleasure doing business.
Then I shall remain by your side.
Hoy! No need to overthink it. You can change it on a whim. You've many thanks.
Oi, what's your problem? Walking about with pawns in tow, I mislike that. You from Vermont? Bet you're as prejudiced as the rest of your lot. Well, got something you want to say, eh? Save it. You're not welcome here. Suppose you didn't know, but we don't allow Vermundian scum in this tavern. But I've got a heart of gold, me. I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself. All you've got to do is prove your mettle against these sods, alone, that is. If you're bested, then we'll take all you've got. It's only fair, ain't it? Put your back into it!
I shan't let you get away.
This is Hexbridge, and no mistake. Run! Powerful magic threatens where you stand.
Quickly now, before the incantation.
Well now, quite the brawl we're having here. But I must say, these odds are rather craven. Did you leave your honor at the door?
And who are you supposed to be? You a friend of this one?
Nay, I'm a sellsword. Coin is my only ally. 'Tis not my conscience that called me here. No. I simply cannot stomach acts of cowardice. Is there even one among you with the grit for a proper duel, one-on-one?
What'd be in it for us, eh?
The fact that I'd refrain from breaking your jaw. That's not quite the reaction I was hoping for. Mayhap you know not my face. How about my name then? Ragnar.
Ragnar? You're him? From the Scarlet Rains and the battle for Jeremiah? Well, 'tis clear you're a man best not crossed. But I trust you'll have no complaints so long as there's only one of us. Aye? Oi, bring it out!
Where's that reprobate gotten off to? We'll see if you can escape me a second time. Show 'em your mettle!
What do you have to say?
I don't believe it. You're a bloody menace, you are. Come on, you lot. We're leaving.
Fine work, that was. Pray, save your thanks. I've no need of it. After all, judging by the skill with which you won that duel just now, I dare say you'd have bested those louts even if I hadn't intervened. I suppose that coward knew he was no match for you in a fair fight, so he had that beast take the beating for him. At any rate, 'tis safe to say you've piqued my interest. I hope our paths cross again someday. Of course, I can't promise I'll be as amicable then. As a sellsword, 'tis my policy to let my employer decide friend from foe. I'm sure you understand. Till next time.
One cannot help but wonder about that Sir...
Ah, well met. You'll be glad to hear we've succeeded in capturing another of the coral snakes. Fortunately for us, this one started talking the moment a bargain of acquittal was mentioned. Mayhap through speaking with him, we might discern some means of loosening Hugo's tongue. Ah, fortunately for us, mayhap through speaking...
Still here, are you? My smithing days are done. I'll not...
come now. Don't just walk on by.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Pray, be at ease, sir. This is a tavern, same as any other, a place for people to gather and share a drink. Life in this country can be hard to bear, but I won't let anyone rob us of our simple pleasures. Isn't that something?
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Well met, sir.
Oh, it's no good if you work yourself to death.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
You're welcome to toss a coin or two my way. It's the same. Just how I like it.
Whatever troubles arise in the world, all I can do is strive to keep this inn open. Always a pleasure. Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Ah, fortunately for us, mayhap through speaking with him, we...
Huh? What in the... Where did you come from? Did Clark send you? Oh no, he did, didn't he? I'm sorry. I'm really, truly very sorry. I haven't slept a wink, I swear it. Well, I suppose I might have fallen asleep once or twice, but it isn't as if I've been lazing about. I simply haven't been able to devise any good ideas. I tell you, this arrangement has been an encumbrance on my mind from the very beginning. While I am glad that the old man appreciated my talents enough to commission me, it doesn't change the facts. I can only depict subjects that I've seen with my own two eyes, which makes things rather difficult, given the task at hand. Say, you appear a rather strapping sort. Would you be persuaded to bring me to a griffin? 'Twill be well worth any trouble. Clark shall pay handsomely to see this done, and you'd be doing me a great boon besides. I've heard aught of a griffin's nesting place. I shall await you there. Do keep in mind, however, that you must needs drag the battle out if I am to complete my sketch. Of course, I could look as long as I pleased if you were to petrify the beast. Indeed, a beast frozen in place would be much more easily drawn. 'Tis said that a famed sculptor of Eld used a Medusa's severed head to petrify her subjects before sketching them. Of course, I wouldn't presume to demand aught so legendary of you, Arisen. I only ask that you aid me in completing my sketch as best as you are able. Then I shall depart at once. Pray, meet me at the foot of the Guerco mountain range, east of the rest town.
What business have you here?
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
Where's my dagger? My claws could use a trim.
I've just had a thought. I shall never forget the agony I felt at the coronation. We must needs uncover this secret power that allows for the command of pawns.
Wishing my armor could be to the
Nobles do nothing. Does well quick meats and ale.
They'll wish they
Go
helped.
on,
All I serve.
have a look.
Say, have you heard of the fantastical new drink that's come to flow in Batal? I am referring, of course, to ambrosial liqueur. 'Tis a disgrace that a connoisseur like myself has yet to taste it. Ah, what I wouldn't give for a cup. Nay, even a sip.
Go on, have a look. Interested in my wares? Pleasure doing business.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all. Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine ware, come back anytime.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter. We've a journey to prepare for after all. We can't afford to cut corners.
Why, peruse at your leisure, sir. Do come again?
I've wares aplenty, as you can see.
I've wares aplenty, as you can see. I thank you for your patronage.
Wish I had someone to share this spot with.
You there. You seem like a learned individual. Surely you have an interest in the mighty Sphinx depicted on yonder wall? 'Tis a beast of fearsome intellect, whose riddles have confounded some of the greatest sages in history. Indeed, 'tis said that answering its questions is but a portion of the puzzle. Should the day come that you seek to challenge the Sphinx yourself, you would do well to look to this mural for wisdom.
got to focus. My shift's only just begun.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side. I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters. I believe this is intended as a means of transport. It would be interesting to see where it might take us. I dare say there'd be no harm in using this.
Oof, that was close.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny, they have their uses.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all. Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Come back any time.
I've seen better days. What business have you here?
You there? Have you a home in Batal? If not, well, look no further. As it so happens, I've one to sell. Now, I've noticed you tend to travel with pawns. Bold choice here in Batal, where they're ill-loved. So I thought you might prefer a home of your own to stay at, rather than a crowded inn. Well, what say you? Not feeling so keen, are you?
Eh? Need...
We're not to talk during missions, sir.
Is there aught you require?
This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
Wonder if there's any ease.
What business have you here? Does that make you the Arisen? Be at ease. I bear you no ill will. My name is Manella, and I have the honor of serving as a go-between twixt Her Majesty and the Guard. Come, let me buy you a drink. We've much to discuss, and I don't fancy standing round all the while. Shall we make for the tavern?
Would you mind coming over here? Here we are.
The people of Batal view pawns with great prejudice. They're even forbidden from setting foot in the capital. Her Majesty, Empress Nadinia, has long been troubled by this custom, but a practice so ancient isn't easily overturned. Many are unhappy about the existence of this tavern, even though it lies outside the capital, simply because it was established as a place for pawns to gather. I know not what manner of person you are, but if you would aid me in my efforts to make the people of Batal more accepting of pawns, I would be glad to offer you a residence permit. 'Tis a bargain more than fair, for those who hold such permits may remain in Batal without having their activities questioned. What say you? Glad I am to hear it. Take this then. Simply show it to one of the sentries and you'll be granted entry to the capital. Oh, and if you encounter any troubled Batali along the way, I bid you assist them. They are harsh in their persecution of the pawns, but were they to be aided by the targets of their ire, mayhap a few stubborn hearts would soften. A simple plan, I know, but 'tis the only one available, or so it seems to me. I bid you good fortune, Sir Arisen.
I admire your dedication, Master. 'Tis no small feat to hone one's skills so fine. We pawns must
simply show it to one of the sentries and you'll be granted entry to the capital. Oh, and if you they are harsh in their persecution of the pawns, but were they to be aided by the targets of their ire, they have a few simple plan, I know.
Well met, sir. Not much going on hereabouts.
I shall be glad to assist you, Arisen. I shall heal you at once. Halt, if you please.
I just spy a hot goblin. Our foe is susceptible to lightning attacks. No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
Strike fast, and I grant you roaring flame. my protection.
What has stricken you, Arisen?
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Furthermore, oft do we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. I must thank you. Your toil keeps me light on my feet. Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep? Little need for a campsite.
I'll keep the things out! Splendid. Down. Take heart. The worst it can do is drench our equipment.
Over here, if you please. A cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
Tread carefully. One never can be too cautious. Of course.
Forgive me, but I cannot guide you from here.
'Twas well worth the effort, you know?
Tis a glad thing we rested when we did.
We must not let down our guard. Aught fell from the beast that had breathed its last.
Use these flames to smite our enemies.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? That was superb, Arisen.
Tis hard to find my footing in this darkness. You'll like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up. Every little trinket you find. cure some glimmer pools and digger's wounds, Sir Broker ought to have a change of heart about the regalia sword. Follow me. I will guide you to the location.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
The Arisen has been drenched! Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Oh, well spotted. Most impressive. Such a thing escaped my master's notice entirely. We have found a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
You're mine!
I shan't let them harm you.
I grant you roaring flame. Have we purchased all that we require? We ought to review the contents of our packs, just to be sure.
We should be able to move this boulder with our combined might. Shall we set it rolling? Be wary. It is a foe we have not yet encountered.
It seems we have enraged our foe.
Might we not use their rage to our advantage? Of course. I will shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
I grant your weapon a magical boon. I shall do as you say. If 'tis as broken as it seems, then I'm afraid we've no recourse but to find another way around.
I'm not altogether happy with this.
We've arrived, just as planned. One never can have too many of these.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use. Oh, it fell from the beast as it breathed exhaust. Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots. Ah, yes. That sounds familiar.
This ought to suffice, unless you'd rather mine for more, Master.
I quite agree. Is broken. Oh.
If your pack grows over full, simply ask me to sell off your surplus items. I'll have the gold for you in a trice.
This ought to be more than enough glimmer coal to satisfy the smith. Shall we deliver it to Sorcerer? Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged. Ice attacks will soon see the Skofeld.
You'll like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find. Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid.
There's a cave in the vicinity that you've yet to explore. I can take us there, using knowledge I gained beyond the rift.
A curative ought to do the trick. Naught spurs the imagination like places yet unvisited. Fear not, Arisen. I shall be ready to respond at the first sign of trouble. Let me get that. You've been doused in oil! You must steer clear of fire! Our enemies have grown in number! This battle's end is more distant than I hoped.
I shan't squander this opportunity. Over here, if you would. Unless I am mistaken, all we require is already in our possession. This way, Master.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby? Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration. The day grows darker with our every step. We shall have to rely on our other senses as the darkness robs us of our sight.
Here we go again.
If battle cannot be avoided, 'tis fight or die.
Of course. Poison ought to be cured with all due haste. Pray, follow me. Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
All knowledge of this, God's way, stems from the forbidden magic research laboratory, which can be found here in Batal. However, you would do well to first travel to the Alta Batal coast and seek a man named Ambrosius. For as a researcher of this laboratory, he will doubtless be able to answer many of your questions.
I should be glad to assist you, Arisen.
The world's changing. Not sure how much longer I can keep.
being open. It's tough, but complaining won't do any good.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead. Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust? Tis a remarkable treasure we've found.
A fitting reward for a rigorous search.
Is anyone looking to hire my services? Bitter glares dog our steps wherever we tread here in Batal. 'Tis clear its people hold no love for we pawns.
Take heart. For we are fulfilling our duty at the Arisen's side. We have naught to be ashamed of.
You're back! Have you any glimmer call for me? Look at it all! This'll last us a good while. You've my gratitude. Brocker, we've got more glimmer coal. Now we can reignite the forge.
'Tisn't the forge what needs igniting, girl, but your fool ears. I've told you my smithing days ended when those monsters moved in. I've no use for glimmer coal anymore. I'm done, understand? I'll not hear another word about that rusted hunk of steel. If you're so keen to have it repaired, then see to it yourself. Now leave me be. My mattress beckons.
Oh, I was certain he'd pick up his tools again if we only had more glimmer coal. My apologies for putting you to all that trouble, sir, but mayhap your efforts needn't go to waste. I could try my hand at repairing that sword for you, if you'd be agreeable. Way I see it, if old Brocker's the only smith with the skill to see it done, then I'm your best hope, being as I'm his apprentice and all. Well? What say you? I understand, though it is not the answer I'd hoped for, if I'm honest. You know where to find me, should you change your mind.
We have refused Sir Sorcerer's offer, though I do wonder whether anyone else has a hope of restoring the blade.
Well now, I'm not sure.
Back again, I see. I understand. Well, you know where to...
Don't bring trouble to my...
This might be worth a read.
Let's have a look then.
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy all. My services don't come cheap. Got some work for me, eh? You're welcome.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Welcome, as a discerning customer like yourself will doubtless appreciate. We offer excellent service at a fair price. Always a pleasure.
A customer, then. That changes things.
Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master. Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet.
Don't bring trouble to my... What am I supposed to do?
Back again, I see. Could it be you've decided to leave? I understand. Can't... Well, you know where to find...
Don't bring trouble to my... A customer, then. That changes things.
I don't tell half as many lies.
Welcome, as a discerning customer like yourself will doubtless appreciate. We offer excellent service at a fair price. Do come again.
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy all. Work's work. Not half bad. Got some... Oh, haven't the foggiest. Don't bring trouble to my Oh, this is too much for me. I'm not interested. Oh, haven't the foggy... I'm not in... What am I supposed to do? I'm not interested. Got some work. I suppose I should thank you. Got some work. Can't put a price... That's what I like to see! Work's work. Ha-ha! Good show! I'm not interested. That's what I like to... Don't bring trouble to my door. I'm not interested.
This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far. far from here.
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
I've lived. Welcome, and well met.
Have you brought me a quince? Pray, do a man a kindness. 'Tis not for me.
Do come again.
Have a look, and I'll be done for today. There's got to be something fun to do. Suppose I better get to work.
Fancy a look at my wares? Welcome. As a discerning customer like yourself will doubtless appreciate, we offer excellent service. It's a fair price. Always a pleasure.
By your command, Arisen.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel. Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
Where's my dagger? My claws could use a trim.
Each day is
Go
the same as the one before.
have a look.
Tell you.
Well met, sir. How... How's the day treating you then? Always a pleasure.
Go on, have a look.
Whatever. To be done.
Well met.
Go on, have a look. Very slightly.
I've been on in fine battle today. Forgot why I
A customer then. That changes things.
Not sure how much longer I can hold out.
Looking for aught in particular? Do come again. I mean...
Monsters and bandits are a plague upon my business.
Fortunately for us, this one started talking the moment of... Mayhap through speaking with him, we might discern...